let me ask you something. Can you watch videos on your phone for 3 hours without getting bored? Yes, probably. But can you read a book for just 15 minutes without losing focus? That is much harder, right? This is not your fault. Your brain is not broken. Something interesting is happening inside your head, and today we will talk about it. Think about your typical day. You wake up and immediately check your phone. You scroll through social media. Every few seconds, something new appears. A funny video, a dancing person, a cute animal, a shocking fact. Your brain loves this. It feels amazing. But then you sit down to study. You open your textbook. Suddenly, everything feels difficult. Your mind starts to wander. You think about your phone. You feel bored. Why does this happen? The answer is simple but very important. It is all about something called dopamine. Dopamine is a special chemical in your brain. When you feel pleasure or happiness, your brain releases dopamine. This chemical makes you feel good. Your brain wants this feeling again and again. It is like your brain is always searching for the next good thing. This is completely normal. Every human brain works this way. But here is the problem. Modern technology gives your brain too much dopamine too quickly. When you watch short videos on social media, your brain gets dopamine every few seconds. Swipe. New video. Dopamine. Swipe again. Another video. More dopamine. Your brain is having a party. It is getting pleasure without any work. No effort needed. Just quick, easy enjoyment over and over again. Now compare this to studying. When you study, you need to work hard. You need to focus. You need to think. You need to understand difficult ideas. The dopamine reward does not come immediately. Maybe it comes after 1 hour. Maybe after 1 day. Maybe after you finish the whole chapter. Your brain compares studying to watching videos, and studying loses every time. The reward is too far away. The effort is too high. So your brain makes a decision. It says, I do not want to study. I want to watch more videos. I want that quick dopamine. This is why you feel like you cannot focus. This is why studying feels so hard. Your brain has learned to expect immediate rewards. Anything slower feels boring. But do not worry. You can change this. You can train your brain to love studying just like it loves social media. It takes some time, but it really works. I have seen many students completely transform the way they learn. Students who said they could never focus. Students who failed their exams. These same students learned to enjoy studying. They became successful. And you can do the same thing. The first step is to reset your dopamine system. Right now, your brain is like a scale that is not balanced. It expects too much stimulation. Only the most exciting things make you feel good. Normal activities feel boring. We need to fix this balance. We need to make your brain sensitive to smaller rewards again. Start with something I call a mini dopamine detox. Do not panic. I am not asking you to live in the forest for 1 month with no technology. That is too extreme. Instead, we will do small daily practices. These small changes will slowly reset your brain. Here is what you do. Every day, spend 15 minutes doing absolutely nothing. No phone, no music, No television. No computer. Nothing. Just you and your thoughts. I know this sounds strange, maybe even impossible, but it is very powerful. You can go for a walk outside without your phone. Or you can sit in a chair and just look at the wall. Let your mind wander. Let it become calm naturally. The first time you try this, it will feel terrible. Your brain will scream at you. It will say, "This is so boring. Give me something to watch. Give me something to do." This uncomfortable feeling is actually a good sign. It means your brain is experiencing withdrawal. It is used to constant dopamine, and now it is not getting any. This is exactly what we want. Do this every single day for 1 week. Just 15 minutes. After 1 week, something magical will happen. Your dopamine threshold will start to drop. Suddenly, simple things will feel enjoyable again. A conversation with a friend will feel more interesting. A walk in the park will feel more pleasant. Reading a few pages of a book will not feel impossible anymore. Why does this work? Because your brain is not getting its usual big dose of dopamine from social media. It becomes grateful for smaller rewards. It is like when you are really hungry. Even simple food tastes delicious. When your brain is dopamine hungry, even studying can start to feel rewarding. But lowering your dopamine threshold is only half the battle. We also need to make studying itself more rewarding. We need to move studying higher on your brain's pleasure scale. This is the second important step. Right now, your brain sees studying as punishment. We need to change this. We need to make studying feel like a dopamine-releasing activity. How do we do this? By creating a reward system that works with your brain, not against it. Think about why you love watching random facts videos online. Your brain is naturally curious. It loves learning new information. It loves discovering things. The problem is not that your brain hates learning. The problem is how studying is usually done. Long chapters, no breaks, no immediate feedback, no sense of progress. This makes learning feel like a chore. Let me give you a powerful technique. Break your study material into small, easy, achievable pieces. Do not try to read an entire chapter at once. Instead, divide it into smaller sections. Maybe 10 pages. Maybe one concept. Maybe just 10 practice problems. When you complete each small piece, mark it. Put a check mark on your list. Draw a star. Cross it off. This simple act is incredibly important. Why does this work? Because every time you mark something as complete, your brain releases a small amount of dopamine. You feel a tiny bit of satisfaction. Your brain thinks, "I did something. I made progress. This feels good." Even though the reward is small, it is immediate. And immediate rewards are what your brain craves. Let me give you an example. Imagine you are studying history. You have a chapter about ancient Rome. Do not just sit down and try to read the whole thing. Instead, make a list. Write down all the main topics in the chapter. The Roman Republic, Julius Caesar, the Roman Empire, the fall of Rome. Now you have 4 smaller goals. When you finish learning about the Roman Republic, check it off your list. Feel that small victory. Then move to the next topic. This technique changes everything. Instead of one big, scary task, you now have several small, achievable tasks. Each small victory gives you momentum. Each check mark gives you a little dopamine boost. Suddenly, studying does not feel impossible anymore. It feels like a game you can win. Now let me teach you another powerful method. It is called the pomodoro technique. This technique uses your brain's love of games and challenges. Here is how it works. Set a timer for 25 minutes. During these 25 minutes, you study with complete focus. No phone, no distractions, just pure concentration. When the timer rings, you take a 5-minute break. That is your reward. Why is this so effective? Because your brain loves countdowns and time-limited challenges. Those 25 minutes become like a game. Can you stay focused for the whole time? Can you beat the clock? Your brain gets excited. It wants to win the game. Suddenly, focusing becomes fun instead of painful. During your 25-minute study session, you can make it even more dopamine-rich. Here are some tricks. First, explain concepts out loud. Pretend you are teaching someone. Talk through the ideas as if your friend is sitting next to you. When you explain something verbally, your brain processes it differently. It goes deeper. And when you successfully explain something difficult, you feel a sense of mastery. This feeling releases dopamine. Second, take notes by hand using different colored pens. Use blue for main ideas. Use red for important facts. Use green for examples. The act of writing by hand activates more parts of your brain than typing. The visual variety of colors keeps your brain engaged. This makes learning more enjoyable and helps you focus longer. With these simple timing and activity changes, you transform studying from a boring chore into a dopamine-rich experience. Your brain starts to associate studying with small rewards, progress, and achievement. This is exactly what we want. But there is one more crucial step. This is perhaps the most important part. You need to connect what you are learning to things you already care about. You need to find real reasons to be curious about your study material. Let me explain. Right now, you probably study because you have to. Because there is an exam. Because your parents want you to. Because you need good grades. These are external reasons. They do not create real curiosity. They do not make your brain genuinely excited about learning. Instead, try this. Find connections between your study topics and your real interests. Are you studying economics? Ask yourself, why did my favorite company recently increase its prices? Are you studying biology? Think about what happens in your muscles when you exercise at the gym. Are you studying history? Wonder how past events led to the world you see today. When you connect abstract school topics to your real life, everything changes. Suddenly, you are not studying to pass a test. You are studying to understand your world. You are feeding your brain's natural hunger for knowledge and discovery. This shift in mindset is transformative. You have probably seen people who seem naturally good at studying. They spend hours with their books. They seem to actually enjoy learning. You might think they are just different from you. Maybe they have special brains. Maybe they are naturally smart. But this is not true. They have the same dopamine system as you. The only difference is they have trained their brains to associate studying with pleasure and satisfaction. You can do this too. It just takes practice and patience. Start small. Today, do just 15 minutes of dopamine detox. Sit quietly with no stimulation. Tomorrow, try one 25-minute study session using the pomodoro technique. Break your material into small pieces and check them off as you go. Find one connection between your study material and something you care about. In 2 weeks, you will start noticing changes. Focusing will feel a little easier. Studying will feel a little less painful. In 1 month, you might actually start looking forward to your study sessions. This is not magic. This is just your brain learning a new pattern. You are teaching it that studying can be rewarding. Remember this important truth. Your brain is not broken. It is not damaged. It was just temporarily hijacked by technology designed to capture your attention. Social media companies spend millions of dollars making their apps as addictive as possible. They use every psychological trick to keep you scrolling. It is not a fair fight. But now you understand how the game works. You understand dopamine. You understand why focusing feels hard. And most importantly, you know what to do about it. You have practical tools. The dopamine detox. The small piece method. The pomodoro technique. Colored notes. Speaking out loud. Finding connections. These are your weapons. Take back control of your dopamine. Take back control of your attention. Take back control of your future. You are not a victim of your phone or social media. You are not someone who just cannot study. You are someone who is learning to work with their brain instead of against it. Your brain wants to learn. It wants to grow. It wants to understand the world. This desire is built into every human. Children are naturally curious. They ask endless questions. They want to know everything. You still have that curiosity inside you. It just got buried under layers of overstimulation and quick rewards. Dig it out. Reconnect with your natural love of learning. Treat studying not as punishment, but as an adventure. Every textbook is full of ideas that can change how you see the world. Every problem you solve makes you stronger and smarter. Every concept you master gives you new power. The path will not always be easy. Some days you will still struggle. Some days your phone will still call to you. Some days focusing will still feel hard. This is normal. Change takes time. Your brain needs weeks to build new patterns. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate small victories. Each time you complete a study session, you are winning. Each time you resist the urge to check your phone, you are getting stronger. Think about where you want to be in 6 months, 1 year, 5 years. The choices you make today about how you spend your time and attention will determine your future. Every hour you invest in real learning is an hour invested in yourself. Every time you choose focus over distraction, You are choosing the person you want to become. You have the power to change. You have the tools. You have the knowledge. Now you just need to start. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today. Right now. Put down your phone. Open your book. Set your timer for 25 minutes. Choose one small section to study. And begin. Your future self is waiting. Make them proud.